The Savage is coming out.
Firecracker matches tonight.
Yes.
We got John Therrien all the way in from Canada.
Yes, maybe the most active arm wrestler, at least this month. Every time I turn on
Dude,
YouTube or something,
yeah, he's everywhere.
John Therrien's on that card.
He's absolutely everywhere.
Yeah.
And you got Steven Logsdon. Some people may not know who Steven Logsdon is. Steven Logsdon is pedigree. He's legacy. His dad, Bill Logsdon, Hands of Stone, Bill Logsdon, Game of Thrones. I mean, not Game of Thrones, Game of Arms. It would have been cool if he been Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
Game of Arms. Let me tell you, without getting emotional, one of the things that we saw in Steven Logsdon's, when you meet the athletes, I just want to make my dad proud.
Yeah.
I just want to make my dad proud. So if that doesn't get you invested in this match, nothing's going to. I think we're about to kick things off. Do we have
I think we are. We are ready to take it to Luke. This is Steven versus John.
All right,
Luke
right Walsher, master referee, calling the shots.
You can tell already the crowd's kind of getting into it. We're getting ready to watch some arm wrestling. Again, if you haven't been to the Monster Factory, I mean,
Looked like they did a little dosey.
for some reason, it feels like we're at home.
It does kind of feel like you're at home, doesn't it?
I don't know why for you. All right, so what do we expect? There's a classic battle.
What about the setup that Steven Logsdon has? His left foot is over past his right shoulder. I've honestly never seen that setup. That can only be an outside move. There's no other lane that he's going for if he keeps that foot like that.
Yeah, I don't know if you can see the on the camera, but yeah, literally.
Seriously, that's a lot. So I think John is predominantly a right-handed arm wrestler. This is a right-handed match tonight. Left-handed is going to be a ranking in North America match.
Okay.
Both these guys are going to kill. Let's see what happens on go. Ooh, we almost got it started.
And
with the way that he's got his legs on it, he's got to be leaning back. And I mean, John's got to be feeling pressure in his fingers. What do you think?
I would have to say so, yeah. And I mean, these are two guys we know their lanes they're going at, and it's going to be up to Luke to make sure neither guy gets an advantage.
He'll have to take control of this setup, but it looks good. These guys look pretty even. Thumbs good, elbows. Well, we kind of could see that. That was kind of telegraphed. We saw the strap coming, but I think both of these guys are happy to be in there. They're not afraid of being tied to one another, so we're about to find out who the stronger man is. Normally, the strap tells no lies. The stronger man wins, but there are ways to manipulate, and I think both these guys are experiencing the strap.
Yeah, I mean, they're both doing the classic, I'm so tired.
I'm just so exhausted. Let me put my hand higher up there and tuck my head down.
Exactly.
Yeah, well, all you're doing is you're just getting higher. You're getting height. Both these guys are fighting for height.
I mean, they're really not that tired already after that.
I think they got quite a bit of energy left. These are a couple of young bucks.
All right, I hope so.
Therrien's laying on the tricep. That means he's pushing that thumb up higher. It will be up to Luke to make sure the webbings are even. But yeah, I mean, so right now, looking at this match, watching that slip, which looked pretty neutral.
It did.
Where's your money at?
I mean, it's really hard to tell. I'd like a little bit more data. I'm going to see once they start.
Well, as soon as we see this first go, we have a lot of data.
I'm saying I want to see once they get their webbing and everything like that. Because right now it looks like the strap's quite high on Steven's wrist, and where again that may be his style, where it looks like John typically. I know you want your strap lower on the wrist, you get a little more access to back pressure.
I'm still so intrigued with Steven Logsdon's left foot.
I have not
essentially
seen that.
even with his right
shoulder.
Yeah,
and as long as you've been arm wrestling, which is how many years is it?
Oh my God! So I am in my 33rd year. So
okay.
I was going to go, get excess and say it's like 100 and something, but really I'm in my 33rd year, and now he's setting up more traditional. He's right. Oh no! Look at his left. He's got. This guy's going hard outside.
All right, now
he is going hard outside.
I got a little question for you, really quickly. Somebody is like, "Thank you for doing this." I can't find their name now, but they want to know how big is the Monster Factory. That's a two-part question.
Okay, so currently the Monster Factory facility consists of 2,000 heated and cooled square feet. We do have something coming that's going to change that.
Super exciting.
Oh my God, so excited.
Are you going to unveil any of this during the show?
I don't know if I'm going to. If we do it, it happens tomorrow, and it's going to be if Mrs. Monster says it's okay. I want to talk about it because I'm so excited. Oh, if there's $1 billion in super chats, I will tell the world.
Okay, that's a lot.
That's a lot. I mean, I don't know if there's enough arm wrestlers to make that happen. Here we go. Oh, this looks good.
Ready, go.
Nice. That's a really nice up. Wow. And Steven.
Well, I mean, the dude set up with his whole body. That was amazing. Like, I mean, how strong John Therrien's bicep was going to have to be to pull that shit back? Like, I don't. Okay, first off, how strong was John Therrien's bicep going to have to be to pull it back? And how strong must Steven Logsdon's core be to hold himself up like that?
Well,
his whole body was underneath the table from the referee's grip. Like I was telling you, I've never seen that.
That's what I was getting at. Like for 33 years, if you've never seen that, I've never seen it set up like that. But apparently,
clearly, I need to start setting up like that. That shit looked really effective.
Because arm wrestling 101 is you put your everyone says put your main foot, your foot
lead whatever arm wrestling, whatever
right.
arm wrestling with, same foot forward, left foot pointed to the left. That's whatever way you're going.
The Logsdons apparently say
they trick that. They trick it up. Like, listen, we're from Kansas City. We do things different.
Our buddy Phil Woody throwing down the super chat.
Check out Phil Woody.
Thank you so much, Phil. He is
loving the Monster Factory. Yeah, he's right down the road. Yeah. I think we got Brent Rockers back there behind me. I see some big old arms and right behind over. Yeah, I think that's right behind Rebecca. We got some big old arms, Brent Rockers back there. We may have Eduardo coming pretty soon. I'm not sure. That was an amazing match, though. So I mean, seriously, like,
do you think
John Therrien's a beast?
Yeah,
like he is a beast.
Yeah. Now, is it possible that he felt a little too overconfident? And, because I was talking to John earlier, and he seemed pretty confident with his right-hand match.
Dude, that was okay. So that was an eye-opener for us all,
yes.
I think. Can Steven get to back the slip? Because he's setting up that same. Look at that setup. Okay, that setup is that's very unique.
And I would imagine it'd be quite hard to do if they go back into a ref script.
How did you do it in a ref script?
You're not allowed to pressure, especially.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's how strong his core must be.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And on go, he's just letting it all fall back, but he's keeping a nice tight angle with his hand, his knuckles right. It looks like John's going to be driving inside.
Diving inside, yeah.
The wrist is nowhere near straight. He wants to cup in. He wants to shoulder press. He wants to go hard sideways.
That looks pretty good right there.
Whoa! That scared me.
And
yeah, that's the John Therrien.
Scared me.
That's the savage I was expecting to see right there. Now the thing is, can he do that? Can he be that aggressive once he's tied to him? Because that's what Steven's showing us. Once you tie yourself to him, that leverage, that leaning back, that position that he's taking with his setup, it's negating all the aggression from the Savage, right?
Yeah.
From John Therrien. So John looked pretty pissed that time. So can he keep that type of tenacity up in the strap? That's what we're going to find out real soon. Now will they go back to referee's grip? Go ahead, babe.
I'm going to hop in here. Someone is like, I thought Monster Factory 4 is tomorrow night. That it is. You are in the middle of
the preliminaries
dress rehearsal. We have some preliminary matches so we can test everything out before tomorrow, but we got some good entertainment tonight.
Absolutely. So what happened? Two Monster Factories ago, we decided to do live weigh-ins, right? And there was a little Q&A questions and stuff. Well, then I was like, well, hey, if I'm already going to be here and I'm going to have everything set up, I'm going to have a ref. Why don't I go ahead and have some matches? So the preliminaries started at Monster Factory 3, and we've just continued that concept into Monster Factory 4. Who knows? It may eventually be a weekend of arm wrestling in Monster Factory at some point.
With your big new plans, it might be 2 weeks.
It could be a long time. It could be a lot.
Stay tuned for that.
You almost let the cat out of the bag just then. So
I'm not going to say anything.
I got to holler this because Marcus Tedesco says, "Let's go, John Therrien."
Marcus Tedesco and I are going to be talking on Sunday. I'm pretty sure about his, Arsenal arm wrestling, Austin arm wrestling potentially being involved in what we have coming up.
And here we go. We're in a ref script.
Same thing again. Can he get it again?
And man, I wish that.
Those are definitely going to go towards getting more athletes
looks like
here.
Steven's got a really nice hand. The Savage is coming out.
Yeah.
So John Therrien showed. Obviously, Steven. I liked Steven's setup and his whole thing. Even though he lost that round, he kept his pronation the entire time.
He did keep his pronation.
And he looked relatively calm and relatively unfazed by the fact it looked like he was losing. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, so and John was very aggressive with both sides. So that's the thing. That's what you're going to get from this young man. He's hungry. He's fiery. But does he compromise his hand and wrist with those surges pins for a best-of-5 super match? Yes, he won round 2. But did it take more out of him than it took out of Steven? It looked like it. It looked like it did. But on that same token, Steven's bicep just got opened up.
It did.
And so once your bicep gets opened up, it tends to continue to do that. But also once your wrist gets cracked back, it continues to get cracked back most of the time. So
what would you rather have, your bicep open or your wrist get cracked?
I personally am old school Todd Hutchins style. I'd rather have my wrist cracked and still have my bicep integrity.
Right.
Because I'm one of those people who built a career on crazy side pressure prior to all the injuries that caused me to open top rope. So I've always been that guy, get tied to him and just want it more, right? So I think we got a couple of very intense arm wrestlers on the table.
It is awesome.
And this is a very good preliminary match. And remember, these guys go left-handed tomorrow for a rankings match.
Yeah, that's awesome.
I think Steven may be the higher ranked guy left-handed. I cannot remember the rankings.
Yes, I believe.
And then these guys will be battling for that ranking spot in the 198-pound division in North America.
Seeing the tenacity in this match, definitely glad that they don't have their other match to follow this.
Okay.
They got a night
they got a night to rest up.
And again, I wish you guys at home could see, obviously our camera position is fixed, but if you could see Steven Logsdon's feet, his entire body is like twisted in the wrong direction.
That's a lot of core. I don't care who you are.
Again, wow. Really great hit on.
Yeah, the thing about Monster Factory arm wrestling, slips go to the strap, right? Slips go to the straps. That's just, I've always been that guy. If you can do it once, you should be able to do it again. Now, he had very, very good position.
Yes,
what we did not see was an explosive John Therrien that time. So did that comeback in round 2 take some off of him where he could not have that explosive power?
And
I don't know.
John also gave like a little bit of a smirk, and I know what that feels like, that thing where you're like, I'm not in a good position right now, but I'm going to smile anyway. It looks like that slip was intentional.
I think we've all done it at some point.
Yeah.
Got a super chat from Lightning LeRae Jenkins. He wants to give a shout out to Robbie Russell, who will be arm wrestling tomorrow.
Is that LeRae or is that Larry? It's probably spelled like LeRae, but I think it's.
But he says represent Tennessee well.
Yeah, I mean Larry Jenkins.
Marcus Thompson dropping 100 pounds in there. All the best at the event. Rebecca and Michael, setup looks great. Thank you so much, Marcus, for the feedback. Hashtag Arm Gods. Big shout out for Phil Woody.
Phil Woody in the house. All right, guys, here we go. This is going to be fiery. Let's see what happens.
We are 1-1.
I like using the word fiery tonight, apparently.
We're 1-1 if you're just joining us. These guys are one round each. It is a best of 5 match. The first gentleman to 3
I'm just telling you. Sorry to cut you off, but it looks like that setup from Steven will just fatigue you. Look how he's having to pronate so hard.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Wow. Steven Logsdon, super pumped up.
Oh, my God.
Super.
That is a lot of power.
Now, you guys gave a prediction.
That side of the table? I'm wondering.
That side of the table. So whoever's getting the buckle currently is losing. So, but yeah. So I don't know. I think Steven's going to try to put a stop to that. Okay, listen. I'm a fan of John Therrien. I wouldn't have had him had I not been. But I am extremely impressed with what Steven Logsdon is doing.
Yeah, I'm like I said, I'm almost at a loss for words. Like, this was one of the. I came down here to kind of watch John Therrien show off. Do his thing. He's been in Arm Wars. He's been in.
Dude, he went down to Florida and showed out down there. Like, this guy pops up everywhere. I ran into him for the first time in my quest for 100 at Bowling Green, Bowling Green, Ohio, and he was in the overalls. Those big chest plates. That's the reason I went. I drove past the tournament 7 more hours to go chase those big chest plates, and he was in the overall with me, and he had destroyed everybody at 198 and 220 that day, and I'd won the 242s and super, so we pulled in the overalls, and powerful young man. So I knew I had to have him at the Monster Factory.
But if you're a Logsdon fan, he looks like, if I'm his dad, I'm already
I'm proud of my son.
I'm proud of him for sure.
If I'm Bill Logsdon, I'm definitely got a smile on my face because his son Steven is showing out tonight. But this, like we said, like Rebecca just said, it seems like whoever's on the left-hand side of the table is getting the dominant position. Now, this is, again, looks like, from here, it looks like John has a chance to drive inside.
Yes,
now, I see this being a slip again. I don't see him having enough dominance in his hand to stop the slip. I feel like it's going to go outside. He might be on top of the hand when it slips, but I think we're still going to straps.
I would agree.
Yeah. So you can see in that match, you can see Steven wanting the strap, getting to the strap. Now, will he have enough? Now, what it looked like in round 2 when John got that win? It looked like Steven got that position that he wanted in round 1, and he ended up getting it in round 3, but he hesitated. Yeah. And when he hesitated, Therrien's like, listen, if you're not going to pin me, I'm going to pin you. And he just went crazy sideways, right?
Yeah, that's what
so will we see Steven Logsdon hesitate again? Will the buckle play a role? Will we see John Therrien go crazy with side pressure again and make it a 2-2 full 5-round match? Or will Steven Logsdon do something special right now?
Again, and it just goes back to the age-old saying that arm wrestling is a game of millimeters. Obviously, these guys are pretty evenly matched. Where anything like something so subtle as the buckle, people argue one hand or the other. Does the buckle matter? Does not? Doesn't matter. I think it matters. I do think the buckle matters. But in a match like this, when it's close, if there's a 10-20% strength gap, yes, the buckle doesn't matter. But when two guys are stylistically so different and maybe strength-wise so close, every little thing's going to happen.
I spent my entire career thinking the buckle didn't matter, and I always chose the buckle side for my first match in the super match because I felt like I got to determine how tight the strap was.
Right.
They have since changed that rule and said it's a referee's discretion on how tight it is. So my entire style of arm wrestling had to change because I just wanted a tight strap and I was going to buckle your wrist eventually, right, with my pronation. Now, if I get too loose with strap and I don't have the strap pulled down low on my wrist, then I will get compromised because they'll climb out of the strap. So, yes, in today's arm wrestling world, with the current set of rules that mostly we have to compete under, the buckle does play a difference.
Yeah, I think so too. Like I said, especially when you're so evenly matched. Again, I'm looking at the way he's turned. You can see literally his blood crack.
Dude, that's great. Look at that. Look at where his left foot is.
Yeah.
His left foot is in the center, all the way across the line of the post, of the frame of the arm wrestling table.
Now, it looks like John's wrist is already compromised.
Not yet, not yet.
I have to actually get a video of this.
Here we go. Oh.
Wow. Steven Logsdon just pulled off, I think what most people would consider a pretty big upset.
I mean, in my opinion, it is. And it's not because Steven's not a talented arm wrestler. It's just John has made himself so much more notoriety and fame traveling around the world, right?
We're going to talk to John right now. Again, we're going to interview all the athletes.
Grab your seat here, John.
After every match. And there he is, the busiest guy in arm wrestling.
Dude.
John,
so you're a stud. I'm a huge fan. Wow. I mean, how'd that feel? What did you run to? What did you feel on the table that made it where you couldn't be you? Like I saw you in round 2 come out. The rest of rounds looked like he negated everything that you were trying to do.
I find it was just too slow today.
Okay, so yeah, it looked like
well, he was super good in the setup, first of all, but
I've never seen a setup like. Wait till you go back and watch his setup. His feet. I've never seen a setup like that.
Yeah, he was posting super high, so like I could barely close my hand. So yeah, that screwed me a little bit, but I think I was just too slow.
Yeah. So what are you going to change up for tomorrow? Tomorrow y'all got lefty. What's going on there?
I need to wake the heck up.
Gotta wake up. Gotta wake up, baby. All right, you made the trip. You gave all.
Be strong.
Dude, yeah. So where are you going to be at next? Other than tomorrow here at the Monster Factory, what's next for John Therrien?
Dallas Langston in 2 weeks.
Right, wow.
Oh, wow. That's soon. All right, brother. Hey, God bless. Great to have you. All right, yes, sir.
Hey, man, it was awesome to watch you perform. John Therrien, ladies and gentlemen. And we're going to talk to the winner. He definitely made his father
proud.
Go
get one of the medals. Go get 2 of the medals.
Definitely made his father proud.
Dude, be careful, arm. Yeah. Amazing. I watched you 8 weeks ago compete. Looked real impressive. Then we talked about your weight. You were going to cut down to the 200-pound weight class. You had been telling me this whole time you had a point to prove. You wanted to show out. I saw you perform recently. I think it's at the Cobra Classic or something like that. Dude, congratulations.
Took 1 loss on fouls at the Cobra Classics with 10 here.
I've been there. Trust me. I've been there.
You're a warrior, and like I wanted to be able to fight at your level.
Dude,
I never gave up, and there was no part of me that was going to give up there because I worked every night. John Therrien, I've done 1,000 reps every night. And that man has earned my respect. He's a badass.
Amen, brother. Hey, God bless.
That'll make you emotional.
Here we go. Check you out. You're the first person ever to receive a Monster Factory Arm Wrestling medal. There you go. Congratulations,
can we ask Steven real quick? I just want to ask you. Michael and I we've never seen. He said in 30 years,
the setup.
He's never seen anyone set up like you. Can you tell us a little bit about that? How long you been doing that?
So watching John and how he pulls and the angles he's attacking. With my body dimensions and how the table's set up, I found an angle that's
a lot more science than
defensive, but it uses body weight more of like a levering motion. So I'm basically setting up an angle that I can fall from, but assert.
It still stay tight and it's be offensive. Yeah.
Up and side into the same motion.
Dude, I've never seen a setup like that. I'm sitting thinking, how strong is this kid's core to hold his body like that in the setup in the referee's grip? Like
it's my arm. I'm doing a 1-hand pull up on my arm the whole time.
So how does it not fatigue during all those 4 rounds of arm wrestling? 1,000 reps a night. Yeah, there you go. All right.
Like it's how you build it up. Your foundation has to be strong. If you can handle 1,000 reps of a low weight, you'll build that base to hold big weights.
All right, brother. Hey,
there you go. That's how you train.
Congratulations. Yes, sir. All right.
Take care, brother.
Yes, sir.
Hey,
all right.
thank you for the chance.